So I've got two roommates with me. There's Cora and then Sarah over there. Happy to have you this morning. So let's get started. Come onto your back. And we will start in a Supta Baddha Konasana. So what that means is soles of the feet together, knees open wide. So today's class will be super hip open-y. We'll get really nice and deep into the inner hips today. And just kind of let yourself relax a little here. Breathing a little bit deeper. And see if you can give your hips permission to soften a little bit more. You might bring your hands to rest, one on your heart, one on your belly. Relaxing the jaw. We'll take an inhale through your nose here. And just gently exhale it out. Starting to notice the breath and noticing how the deeper you breathe, the more steady you breathe, the more relaxed you feel. And then start to bring your feet to the floor. Let the soles of the feet come down. And we'll start with a figure 4 on the right side. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So obviously it's early in class. This can be an intense stretch for some of us. So you can feel free to leave the left foot down on the floor, or you might interlace your hands behind the left thigh and bring that shape a little closer to you for a deeper stretch. And I like to rock side to side here. You might find a little bit of movement if that helps you get deeper in the hips. And then plant your left foot down. Reach your right hand inside the right foot, wrap it over the foot and grab the outside edge. So we're taking half happy baby here on the right side. And once you've got the foot, you'll bend the right knee, move it towards the right shoulder. You can keep the left foot on the floor, or if you want it a little bit deeper, you can straighten the left leg forwards. So half happy baby on the right side. And again, you might find some movement here if that helps. And then hook the right knee into your chest. Straighten the left leg if you haven't yet. Shift your hips an inch over to the right, and then take a twist. So cross your right leg over the left and let your right arm open. Is that your back?
Yeah.
And then come back to center, and we'll do it all again on the second side. So starting by planting your feet on the floor, taking that figure 4, left ankle crosses over right. Either the right foot stays on the floor, or you might pick up the right leg and interlace your hands behind the thigh. Maybe finding some movement if that helps. And then let the right foot come down. Take the left hand, bring it inside the left knee, cross over the foot and grab the outside edge of the foot. So you're wrapping the hand over the foot for half happy baby. You'll bend the left knee. Think of bending the left knee towards the left shoulder. Right foot can stay down, or you straighten the right leg. That'll make it a little bit more intense. It's like a lizard lunge on the back. And we'll move into our twist. So left knee into your chest, straighten the right leg if you haven't yet. Shift the hips an inch to the left and cross the left knee over your body. And just let the left shoulder get a little bit softer and heavier. Come back onto your back, hug both knees in. Just rock a little side to side, maybe in circular motions in both directions, getting into the low back. And eventually starting to rock your way up to a seat at the top of your mat, crossing your ankles and stepping back to tabletop. And here's where you want to start the playlist. We're going to start moving through cat-cow. So if you're listening along with me, you can press play, and then you start following your breath, arching and flexing the spine. And thinking of waking up. Whatever that might mean to you, it might look a little bit different than your typical cat-cow, depending on what you're feeling in your body this morning. You might linger in one spot if it feels really good. You might add on something beyond cat-cow if that's what your body wants. Think of it as an opportunity to turn off your brain a little bit, stop thinking quite as much, and instead listening to the body. Just keeping that concept for the rest of class, so knowing that if there's something that doesn't work for your body that I'm calling out in the sequence, or maybe you want to make it a little bit more difficult, challenge yourself a little bit more, there are always plenty of opportunities to do that, and you should feel free to modify or expand on something if you'd like to. As you're ready, you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips to downward facing dog. Maybe finding some movement here as well, just continuing to wake up the body. And you'll slowly start to walk your feet up to your hands, just taking a little bit of a stroll to the top of the mat. Ending in a forward fold, so letting your head hang. And you might take a ragdoll, so grasping opposite elbows. Maybe swaying, nodding the head. Release your hands, slowly roll your way up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Once you get up to the top, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center, and release. Inhale, both arms rise. Open twist on your exhale, right arm goes back, left arm goes forwards. Notice the right hip, try to keep it in line with the left, so most of us might need to pull the right hip forwards a little bit. And then circle the right hand down, forwards and up. Inhale. Fold all the way down on your exhale. Left foot steps back. Take a breath in. You might grab blocks here. On your breath out, lengthen the right leg. It's like a long pyramid pose. Let your head hang. 2 more times. Bend the right knee. Inhale. And exhale. Send it back. Runner's lunge. Inhale. And lengthen. Exhale. Good. Clench your palms. Take a breath in. And breath out, sweep the right arm straight up. So you're going to twist. We're going to take 3 arm circles. So inhaling to sweep the right arm straight back. Exhale, sweep it down over the ear. And then inhale up and back again. This is 2. Take it down. And then last one, inhale up and back. Exhale, take it down. Plant your palms, sweep your right leg up and back. Right leg goes up and back. And then bend the knee, open the right hip. So point the right toes towards the left side of your mat. Lift the right knee up higher. Hip circles if you want them. And then take an inhale. Exhale, right knee taps the right arm. Shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Exhale, knee into your nose, and then step forwards. Take a breath in. Left foot meets the right, breath out. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release your hands, inhale, arms rise. Open twist, left arm back. Notice the left hip. Does it swing all the way back? Try to keep the left hip facing forward. So you're just twisting with the upper body. Left hand down, forwards and up, breath in. And breath out, fold forwards. Right foot steps back on your inhale. On your exhale, lengthen the left leg, shift it back. 2 more like that. Inhale, bend the left knee. And exhale, hips back. Maybe blocks under the hands. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Runner's lunge, left knee bends. Take a breath in. Breath out as your twist. Left arm goes straight up. Push the right heel back here, straighten the right leg, and then we'll take those 3 arm circles. Left arm goes back, down, forward. Second one, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale up and back. Exhale, left hand down, down dog split. Left leg sweeps up and back on your breath in. Breath out, bend the knee, open the hip. Think of bringing as much length onto the left side body as you can. You might take hip circles if that feels good. And then take a breath in. Breath out, left knee, left tricep. Shoot the leg up and back, inhale. Left knee into your chest, exhale. Look forward, step forwards. Breath in, forward fold, breath out. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, arms rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rise. Open twist as your exhale, right arm straight back. Right arm circles down, forwards and up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back, runner's lunge, inhale. Just one time, shift the hips back, lengthen the right leg. Runner's lunge on your inhale. Twist, right arm up on your exhale. One circle, right arm sweeps back, down, forwards and up. Push into your left hand, step back, side plank. Right foot steps over the left. For more support, you can tap the left knee down, bending the left knee and placing it under the left hip. Sweep the right arm over your ear, take a breath in. Breath out, take the right hand down, plank pose. Right leg goes up and back, down dog split, inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. This time stay here, step the right foot outside the right hand. Good, inhale. Left foot outside, left hand, wide forward fold. So fold forward so your feet are really wide. You might bend the knees, sway a little, keep your head heavy. This time as we stand, we soften the knees, circle the arms out and up. Inhale, big circle with the arms. Exhale, hands to heart, and heel toe your feet back to hips width. Inhale, arms rise. Open twist to the left. Good, left arm down, forwards and up, inhale. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forwards. Right foot steps back, inhale. One time lengthen the left leg, exhale. Bend the left knee, inhale. Twist, left arm up. One circle, inhale, left arm back, forwards, down and up. And then push firmly into your right hand, right heel down, step back, side plank. Left foot over the right. Maybe the right knee taps down for more support. Most of us here like to swing the left hip back, so pull the left hip forwards, lean forwards, and lift the chest. Left arm over your ear, inhale. Center plank is your exhale, left hand down. Down dog split, left knee goes up and back, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Tap it, use those obliques, and then step the left foot outside the left hand. Inhale to look forwards. Exhale, right foot steps really wide, forward fold. Maybe you sway the knees, you bob a little. And then sweep the arms out and up. Inhale, big circle to stand. Exhale, hands to heart, heel toe the feet, hips width. Inhale, arms rise. Open twist, right arm back. Down, forwards and up, inhale. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forwards. Left foot steps, runner's lunge, inhale. One time, exhale, shift the hips back. Runner's lunge, twist, right arm up. One circle, take it back, down, forwards and up, and then open up to side plank. Right foot steps back, you're pushing the left hand down, shrug the left shoulder out of the ear, lean the right hip forwards a little bit. Right arm over your ear, take a breath in. Listen carefully, right forearm down, side forearm plank on your right forearm. Right forearm down, open up to the second side. So your left arm is up. Inhale, left arm over your ear. Exhale, left forearm down. So we're in a forearm plank. Press your heels towards the back of the room and actively push your forearms into the floor so you're not sagging into the shoulders. Think of pulling the chest forwards a little bit more and scoop the frontal points of your hip bones forwards so the tailbone lengthens. Try to look down your nose, so resist the urge to look at your feet. Tap the right knee down, lift it up. Left knee, lift. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Come back to center. Okay, right hand down, left hand down, downward dog. Right leg lifts up and back. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Tap it, step the right foot outside the right hand. Look forwards, left foot outside left hand. This time, malasana, bend the knees, sink the hips, take your hands to heart center and push the knees apart with your elbows. Try to get a little lightness in your hips, so don't sink the hips all the way down. Push your feet down and lift the chest. We're gonna circle the arms out and up to stand on your inhale. Exhale, back to malasana, hands through heart center. Take an inhale. Forward fold is your exhale, heel to your feet back to hips width. Right foot steps back, inhale. Exhale, lengthen the left leg. Bend the left knee, inhale. Twist, left arm goes up. One circle, left arm back, forwards, down, up, side plank on your right hand. I don't think we have any more side planks after this. That's why we're doing so many right now. Lean the left hip forwards, push into the right hand, left arm over your ear, and then left forearm down. So side plank on your left forearm, take it slow. Open up the right side, right arm reaches up. Lift your left hips up higher away from the floor, reach the right arm over your ear, inhale. Exhale, right forearm down. You're in a center forearm plank. This is the only forearm plank we have today after, well, second one, I guess. If you liked those knee taps, You can do them in line with the music. I know our music isn't totally synced up, so I'm not going to cue it. And then come back to center, lift the right toes. Right knee, right tricep. You may or may not be able to tap it. Send the right leg back. Left knee, left tricep. Send it back. Right knee, right tricep. You're like Spider-Man. Left knee, left tricep. We'll do 2 more. Right knee to right. And left to left. Come back to center. High plank, left hand down, right hand down, downward dog. Left leg goes up and back. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Left knee, left tricep. Step outside the left hand. Right foot outside right hand, malasana. Warming up pretty quickly today, I think. Circle the arms out and up. Inhale. Through heart center, malasana, bend the knees. Take a breath in. And breath out. Forward fold, heel to the feet, hips lift. This time, flat back, inhale. Exhale, flex your palms, and just step downward facing dog. Right to downward dog. So we're gonna run through a few set A's. We haven't done any chaturangas yet. So just to warm up a little bit more. Lift the heels, the hips. Bend the knees, look forwards. Get your feet to your hands, step or hop. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Hinge at the waist, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale for this first one, just plant your palms and step to high plank. So stepping back to plank pose. Keeping in mind with chaturanga, we don't want to let the elbows wing out like chicken wings. So inhale, shift forwards 1 inch. Exhale, keep the elbows tight, lower halfway. Up dog, inhale, or cobra pose, push into your hands, reach the chest forwards. Downward facing dog. Let's do 1 more. Lift the heels, the hips. Bend the knees, look forwards. Hopper step, forward fold. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Stand up, breath in. Then forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, clench your palms. You could step. This time you could hop right to chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra pose is your inhale. Downward facing is your exhale. All right, I'll give you the option. Either you're taking a minute or so in child's pose, grabbing some water, taking a break, or if you feel like moving through a few more sun-A's or maybe a little free flow, you can do that. Give you about a couple minutes here. Start to find your way back to downward dog. Taking your time if you're working on something. Making sure to grab a sip of water if you haven't yet. Reach the right leg straight up and back on your breath in. And breath out, step forwards and tap the left knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale for a low lunge, arms rise. Open twist as your exhale, right arm goes back, left arm goes forwards. This time we reverse it here. So your right hand will either go to your low back or perhaps to the left thigh. And you'll tip your left arm up and back, little back bend. And then cross the left elbow outside the right thigh. And then press your palms together. So in your twist, pushing into your hands, you're lifting your chest, revolving your heart up towards your thumbs. If you'd like to, you can tuck the left toes and lift the left knee. If the left leg is up, make sure you straighten it, push the left heel back, firm up the left thigh. On your inhale, either low lunge or high lunge, wherever you are, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down, find runner's lunge, so pick up the left knee if it's not up already. And then crawl your hands to the left, all the way to a koundinyasana or side lunge, bending into the left knee. Then we'll take it to the right, bend into the right knee. And then one more each way, take it to the left. And then to the right. And then come to center, straighten both legs. You're gonna straddle forward fold. Your toes will turn in slightly. Let your head hang. Take your hands to your hips on your inhale. Exhale, through a flat back, you stand all the way up, hinging at the waist. Turn your heels in. Take your hands to heart center, goddess pose, bend the knees. So in your goddess pose, I'm just gonna turn the face of the thing. Try to let your butt stick out. So you wanna scoop your butt under the shoulders and think of pushing your knees out behind you. So opening your hips up a little bit more. You're gonna make a big circle with your hands. So sweep your hands out and up, stand up, straighten the legs. Warrior two, bend into the right knee, right toes point forwards. Reverse your warrior tilt up and back, inhale. Exhale, side angle, and today we're taking our hand inside the right foot. So most of us, myself included, will want to block under the right hand on any height. So block is inside the right foot, and then you lean back, and I like to actually push, kind of like malasana, push this right arm out into the knee to open the hip a little bit more, and the left arm will go over the ear. Try to lift the chest a little bit more, spin up to face the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, turn to face the floor. You're gonna come into a lizard lunge. The left heel will lift. You might need the block, so keep it where it is and tap your left knee down. Right foot comes to the outside of, or towards the edge of the mat. So here's where the block might come in handy for twisted quad stretch. You take your left hand either on the floor or the block. The right arm reaches back for the left foot. If you have trouble grabbing that left foot, you can take your right hand and set it towards the back of the room and just push it on the inside of the right knee. One more inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. We're gonna pulse it here. Take a breath in. And breath out, shift your hips back, lengthen the right leg. Two more, inhale. And exhale. Bend the right knee, last one. And lengthen the right leg. And bend the right knee, plant your palms, lift the left knee, look forwards. Step right into malasana, left foot outside the left hand. And by the way, for malasana, if you feel like you're gonna fall back, you can always take a block and just sit on it. And make sure you're still finding that lift in the chest. So the other day I called this like Gollum. Like if you really, I feel like I look like Gollum, like with a really rounded spine. So we don't want that. We want to push into the feet, lift the hips. Circle the arms out and up, stand up, inhale. Exhale, back to malasana. Breath in here. And breath out, fold forward, straighten the legs, heel to the feet, back to hips lift. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, pinch your palms, optional chaturanga, or you skip it and you step right back to downward facing. Left leg lifts, inhale. Step it right forwards on your exhale. Right knee taps down and tuck the toes. Inhale for a low lunge, arms sweep straight up. Open twist, left arm goes back. Left hand either to the low back or maybe to the back of the right thigh, and you reverse it. So you lift the chest, reach the right arm over your ear, just being mindful of the low back here. And then right elbow goes outside left thigh. Then we twist, pressing the palms together. If you did so on the first side, you might tuck the right toes and lift the right leg. Slowly you'll spin open. You're either in a high lunge or a low lunge. Both arms rise. And exhale, hands to the floor, runner's lunge. So pick up the right knee. And then we'll turn all the way to koundinyasana on the right. And then we'll switch sides. And you can do this on your own, switching side to side, however is fast or slow you'd like to go. Maybe you linger on one side a little bit longer if that feels good. Eventually you'll come into a straddle forward fold, folding over straight legs. Your toes turn slightly in. Take your hands to your hips, take an inhale, and then exhale through a flat back, stand all the way up. Goddess pose, heels turn in, bend the knees, sink the hips, hands go to heart center. I like to sway a little. And then just like we did in Malasana, a big circle with the arms out and up, stand up. Warrior two. Left toes forwards, bend into the left knee. Reverse it, go up and back. Extended side angle, left hand to a block inside the left foot. And you can use that left elbow to push the left knee out just a little bit more. Right arm goes over your ear. Thinking of spinning the pinky down towards the floor and the thumb up towards the ceiling, and then lifting the chest. The right side of the chest. Take one more breath in. Breath out, hands to the floor. Flip up the right heel, tap the right knee down. So setting up for a twisted quad stretch, you may or may not need the block under your right hand. The left arm reaches back and you grab the right foot. One more inhale. Lizard lunge is your exhale, hands to the floor. We'll add in a hamstring stretch, pulsing back and forth. Take a breath in. And breath out, lengthen the left leg, shift back. Two more, inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, last one. And exhale. Bend the left knee, lift the right knee, look forwards, and then step forwards, Malasana. Stand up, circle arms out and up, inhale. Exhale, hands to center, bend the knees. Breath in, breath out, fold. Heel to your feet, hips lift. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, either move through a chaturanga or you skip it, meaning back and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale. Right foot steps forwards, exhale. High lunge, sweep up, inhale. So left knee is up this time. Exhale, open twist, right arm goes back. Same thing, either right hand to the low back or maybe the left thigh. You tilt up and back, lengthen the left side of your waist. Keep the left side of your waist long as you bring the left elbow outside the right thigh and twist. High lunge, both arms rise. This time, open up warrior two. Reverse it, straighten the right leg. Inhale, go up and back. Triangle pose. Come up to your T with open arms. You might heel toe the back foot in. Lean forwards, left hip goes back. Right hand down to your ankle or to your shin. Left arm straight up. Hover the right arm, bottom arm reaches forwards. Left arm reaches forwards. And then crawl your hands into your straddle, turn your right toes in. Inhale, hands to your hips. Through a flat back, exhale, stand all the way up. Heels in, goddess pose, hands to heart center. Sit a little bit lower. Sweep the hands out and up. Inhale, stand up. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse it, inhale, go up and back. Right side reaches. Extended side angle, grab that block maybe. Place your hand on it inside the right foot. Left arm over the ear. Lean back, you might turn to look under the left arm. One more breath in. Breath out, lizard lunge. Hands come to the floor, flip up the left heel. Wiggle the right foot out a little bit wider. We'll pulse this a couple times here as well, so you might take hands to your blocks. Let's try to keep the left knee up this time, so going a little bit deeper. Take a breath in, and breath out, lengthen the right leg. Two more right knee bends, and send it back. Move forwards on your breath in, and go backwards on your breath out. And then come forwards, lizard lunge, and set the blocks aside if that works for you, and take your hands to the floor. And I'll cue you through getting a little bit deeper into your lizard lunge. So take your right hand, the L of your, you can see it, the forearm finger, pointer finger, and the thumb, the L that lives between those fingers. I don't know why I'm making it sound so complicated, but right between your thumb and your first finger, you push that against the back of your right ankle. And as you push into that, you try to wiggle your right shoulder any amount underneath the right knee. And then you step the right hand outside the right foot. I like to kind of shift front to back a little. So sometimes movement helps me get a little bit deeper into these poses. Maybe that's true for you, maybe not. And then bring your hand back inside the right foot. Malasana, step forwards. Circle the hands out and up, stand up, inhale. Exhale, Malasana. Breath in. And breath out, fold forwards, heel till your feet hips width. Lengthen halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms. Option for crow pose on the way back to downward dog. If you'd like to practice crow pose, you'll take your big toes together, heels slightly apart. Plant your hands on the floor, bend your knees, take them outside or to the back of the triceps. You look forwards, hug the knees in, push into your hands. Hugging the heels into your butt. Leading back to downward dog. Nice, Sarah.
It's the longest I ever did it.
What?
It's the longest I ever did it.
It was really long, yeah.
Usually I like 1, 2, 3.
Nice. We'll try crow again on the second side. And we can take a little bit longer that time to practice it. Left leg lifts up and back on your inhale. Exhale, step forwards. High lunge, breath in. Open twist, breath out. So make sure this right leg is straight as you twist, or as you reverse it. Left hand to the low back or the right thigh. Tilt up and back. And then twist. Right side of the waist is long. Right elbow outside left thigh. High lunge, inhale. Warrior two, right heel spins down. Reverse it, inhale it, straighten the left leg. And then triangle pose, heel to the right foot a little bit closer perhaps. Shoot the right hip back as you reach the left fingertips forwards and down to your shin, your ankle, maybe your toe or a block. Trying to peel the right side of your chest up towards the ceiling. All right, hover the left arm under your ear, right arm over your ear, and then swim to your straddle, turn the left toes in. Hands to your hips, breath in. Breath out, stand up through a flat back. Goddess pose, hands to heart center, heels in, toes out. And then circle the arms out, forwards and up, stand up. Warrior two. Reverse, inhale. Extended side angle, left hand inside the left foot. Grab that block if you're using it. Right arm over your ear, reach. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor, spin up the right heel. So lizard lunge, heel to your left foot to the outside edge of the mat. You might want blocks. We're going to pulse back and forth one last time. Inhale. And exhale, lengthen the left leg. Bend the left knee, inhale. And exhale, send it back. Last time, inhale. And exhale. And come back forwards. You might set the blocks aside. You might take your hands to the floor. So take the L of your left hand, the pointer finger and the thumb, that space in between it, and push it against the left heel. And as you push behind the foot, you try to wiggle your left shoulder as much as you can under the left foot, and then you step the left hand outside the left foot. So your left arm ultimately someday winds up being kind of like a backpack strap looping over the left shoulder. All right, let's unwind it. Look forwards. Malasana, step forwards. Circle the arms out and up, straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale, back to Malasana. Breath in. And we fold forwards. Breath out, heel to the feet, hips lift. A couple breaths here, so you might bend the knees a couple times, maybe take a ragdoll or a bind with the low back. And then release your hands, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So we'll find our way back to down dog. If you want the crow pose, you'll step your toes back a little bit. Feet or toes together, heels apart. You'll squat all the way down so your butt meets your heels. Split the knees really open wide. So you're kind of almost in a malasana, but really low. And then place your hands on the floor. And then you squeeze the knees into your triceps. So it's kind of like, again, like malasana, hugging the knees in. And then you push your hands down, lift your hips up just a little bit so you can get some leverage. Look forwards, look where you're going. Keep squeezing the knees in tight. And if you shift, there you go. If you shift forwards enough, your heels will lift. Keep shifting forwards, forwards, forwards. Go further forwards than you think you need to go. Oh, there we go. And then sometimes you fall, and like you're not going to fall that far, like maybe 4 inches. And then back to down dog, and let's take a child's pose as well. Take a break. If not child's pose, maybe you come to a seat. Okay. Oh, you did great.
I just have like
You got air for a second.
Zero upper body strength.
That's okay. So crow is obviously, yes, it's a lot of upper body strength, but I would argue it's actually more core strength, not just core strength, but core awareness, and like learning how to use the muscles to be able to keep your hips lifted. What do you think?
Yeah.
And you're an expert.
I'm looking forward.
Looking forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you look back, you do a somersault. You automatically, you gotta look where you're going. That's like, I would say, for someone who's trying to practice crow for the first time, that's like the #1 thing is look forwards, and you need to go further forwards than you think you need to.
Yeah.
It's scary because you think your forehead's gonna smash on the floor.
Right.
But
It's like
don't,
far off the floor. So.
yeah, and if you don't go further forwards enough, you're just simply not gonna have that leverage to lift your toes. So you really have to like fight the fear and just go for it. Because eventually, I'll show you, like a lot of us are here and then we're like, oh God, I can't lift my toes. Well, what if you shifted further forwards a little bit more, and then automatically you just see my toes get lighter, and then I can really hug them in. All right, so let's come into a frog pose. So we're at home, you might have blankets, you might have towels that you can use, but I will also suggest flipping your mat over on the edges a couple of times. So you'll flip over the edges of your mats. And again, if you have sensitive knees and you want to use towels or blankets or pillows, you can do that instead. And so what you'll do is you open the knees pretty much as far as they can go, and you want to look for a 90-degree angle. So let me show you in this direction. You want to look for a 90-degree angle between your hips, your knees, and your ankles. So some of us shoot the hips back, some of us make the hips go all the way forwards. You want to keep them in the same plane. And then you walk your hands forwards. I'm going to turn this way again. And then you walk forwards and you melt your chest down to the floor. You can grab a block and place it under your forehead if your head doesn't comfortably come down. And this is a pretty intense hip stretch. So try, instead of resisting, just soften, get heavier, and let gravity, let the weight of your body do the work. You might find that the longer you're here, you might eventually be able to walk your hands a little bit further forward and even come closer to the floor, or perhaps widen your knees a little bit more. As you're ready, you'll start to come back up onto your hands, walk them back, and you'll slowly, super gently bring your knees all the way to touch. And just for a moment, we'll take a really narrow child's pose. So knees all the way together, let your hips sink back, and just pause. And then come forwards, fix your mat, flip the mat over, and we'll come back to down dog, one last standing sequence. Reach your right leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, step your right toes to your right thumb, so a little bit wider. And then spin the left heel down, warrior one. Deep bend in the right knee. Press the outside of your left foot down and try to turn your torso to face forwards. Take a breath in. Breath out, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, and then catch and interlace at your low back. Lift your heart, reach through the chest, take an inhale. Humble warrior is your exhale, bow forwards. Lift the clasp of your hands up towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulders up and out of the ears. Try to soften the neck and gently move the right hip back a little. Keep the bind if you can, look forwards, flip out the left heel, bend deeper into the right knee, take off, lifting the left leg and reaching the chest forwards. Slowly release the bind. Step the left foot down, take the right knee into your chest, hands to heart center. So you're standing on the left leg, right knee comes into your chest. And then we'll take tree pose. So I'm gonna turn to face the webcam. You can take you don't have to. Right foot inside the left leg. So I either want it above the knee, below the knee on the calf, or even kickstanding on the floor. I do not want to see it on top of the kneecap. It's not a stable joint to put pressure on, so you want it either below or above the knee. And starting with hands at heart center. And think about pushing the leg back into the foot, so you should feel the thigh or the calf flex under the foot. And then you might raise your arms. And take your hands back to heart center. Maybe without touching it, you'll find figure four. So cross the right ankle over the left thigh, sending the hips back, aiming for a stretch in the outer right hip. So thinking of chair pose in the legs. Hips go back, heart goes forwards. Maybe you sit a little bit lower, bending into the left knee. And then chair pose, step the right foot down to meet the left, bend your knees, sink the hips. Reach the arms forwards, pop up the left heel, and then send the left leg back. We're in warrior three, and really stretch the arms forwards, lengthen the sides of the waist. And then flex the left foot, push the left foot up towards the ceiling so you feel that left glute turn on. Runner's lunge, tap the left toes down all the way to the back of the mat, and then into your lizard lunge, so heel toe the right foot wider. I'm going to cue you once again a few ways to take this lizard lunge a little bit deeper, even potentially working up to an arm balance. So take the L of your right hand, that space between your thumb and pointer finger, push it to the back of the right heel, and just wedge your right shoulder as much as you can under the right foot. Like you can see, I'm really muscling my right shoulder under the right foot. And then I step my right hand outside of the right foot. And then maybe you find a balance. So lifting your hips up a little bit, you reach your left arm to the left and right arm to the right. So you're kind of flying with the right leg over the right shoulder. And then you take your hands back down to the floor. If you lost any of that right knee over the right shoulder, try to get it a little bit deeper, really as further as you can get it. And then plant your hands down. Now we really want to think chaturanga here. So we're coming into chaturanga with the upper body, so don't chicken wing the arms. Elbows hug in. You look forwards, you start to shift forwards, pushing your hands down, coming onto your left toes. Now we have to get this right foot out of the way. So we wiggle the right foot out to the right. And I wind up leaning the right knee on top of the right elbow. And then I look forwards, and I come into chaturanga, I take off, I push this left heel up towards the ceiling, and I might, without hitting kora, straighten the right leg. And then maybe, back to chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Left leg lifts, inhale. Left foot to left thumb. Warrior one, spin the right heel down, stand up. Take a breath in here. Breath out, cactus the arms. Catch and interlace at the low back. See if you can put the opposite thumb on top. On your inhale, you lift. Exhale, you lean forwards. Bow forwards. Fronts of the shoulders lift away from the floor and up and out of the ears. Keeping the mind, if you can, flip up the right heel. You look forwards and you take off on the left leg, push into the left leg, lift the right leg up. Reaching the heart forwards. Release the hands, step the right foot down, stand up, left knee into your chest. So switching the legs, left knee into your chest. And then tree pose. Left foot inside the right leg, however you set it up, above or below the knee. Try to catch your breath. Maybe the arms reach. And then figure four, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Send the hips way back. Aiming for a stretch in the left hip. And then right into chair pose, left foot meets the right, bend the knees. Pop up the right heel. And then send the right leg back for warrior three. So reaching the arms forwards, and then this right leg, this is what you need to think about if you're going for the arm balance. The right foot flexes and it pushes up towards the ceiling, and that gives you some strength, it gives you some lift. Take one more inhale. Runner's lunge, right foot steps back. Into your lizard lunge, heel toe the left foot over to the left. So maybe we go deeper. L of the left hand pushes to the back of the left foot, left calf, and you really start to wedge the left shoulder under the left knee. Step the left foot outside, or the left hand outside the left foot. Maybe you pick up the hips a little bit, reach your left arm out, right arm out, balancing with the legs. And then take the left hand, or both hands back down. And maybe we're playing with the arm balance. So you really want to get the left knee as much over the left shoulder as you can. Plant your palms. You start to shift forwards, come to the tips of the right toes. And then we have to get this left foot out of the way. So we slowly wiggle the left foot out to the left until you can lift it off of the floor. And it's kind of almost like crow pose here. So the left knee is balancing on the shelf of the left arm. And then you look forwards, bend the elbows, take off, straightening both legs. Coming to downward facing dog. Maybe a chaturanga if you want it. Let's come onto our back. So tap your knees down or hop to a seat. And bring your legs forwards. And you'll want to grab a block and take it with you as you come down. And if you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or a cardboard box or a piece of Tupperware or something. A heavy book might be too much for what we're about to do. So come onto your back and plant your feet. You'll take the block or whatever you've got. And if you don't have one, it's really not a big deal for this. You'll place it inside the legs. Just give the block a gentle squeeze. Make sure you can touch the backs of your heels. And then gently squeezing on the block, you're lifting your hips up for bridge pose. Letting your shoulders roll underneath you and reaching the knees forwards. So we did so much hip opening, which is great. The inner hips are super open, super lengthened. But that's not always the most beneficial thing for back bending, which we're about to do. In back bending, you always want to think of squeezing and hugging everything into the midline. So this block here, as we squeeze on it, is reminding us to use the strength of our inner legs to hug everything in, as well as the core. Go ahead and let your hips come back down. You can either set the block aside, or if you liked it, you can keep it. Sometimes squeezing on the block helps to get the tension. It helps to lengthen our low back, so get the tension out of the low back if we squeeze on the block. So if you tend to have low back issues and back bending, you might keep the block where it is. So lift it to bridge pose one more time. Plant your feet down, lift the hips up. Maybe squeezing on the block, especially if you're someone who in your bridge or your wheel, your knees kind of splay open and your toes don't point straight forwards. This block will be useful for you. You might turn it into a wheel, taking your hands on either side of your ears, hugging the elbows in, and then pushing into your hands to lift and straighten your arms. Eventually coming back onto your back, tucking your chin, letting your hips come down. Set the block aside and sway your knees from side to side. And then heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat and just let your knees knock in and center. And then one last back bend, and I'll let you do this one on your own. So whatever you'd like to do, bridge or wheel, with or without the block. You could take supported bridge. You could flip onto your belly and take bow pose or locust pose, really whatever it is that you're craving in this moment.
That's a lot harder than it used to be.
And eventually, once you've had enough, you'll come back onto your back. Let's rock up to a seat. You'll extend your legs straight forwards. We're going to take a forward fold, but we'll have the knees bent. So start at least with your knees bent quite a bit. You can always straighten them later. Reach your arms straight up. Inhale. Keep the length in your spine and just let your belly drape over the thighs. Grab a hold of the feet. Let your head hang. If this doesn't feel like enough for you, you can always walk your heels forwards. You just notice if you feel any pulling in your low back, you might want to straighten your knees a little bit more. Or excuse me, you might want to bend your knees a little bit more if you're feeling pulling in the low back. And slowly come back up, scoot your hips forwards. Come onto your back and hug your knees in. Then scoot your hips an inch to the left and let your knees fall to the right. Taking a twist with the left arm open. And come back to center. Scoot your hips to the right and let your knees fall to the left. And come back to center. And if there's anything else remaining that you might wish to do before coming onto your back, like happy baby or a supported inversion or perhaps a shoulder stand, you can take that. Eventually letting your hips return to the earth and extending your legs forwards. Turn your palms face up. If you're listening to my playlist with me, you might want to turn it to the last song. That's our Shavasana song. Maybe shutting the lights off, putting a shirt on, grabbing a towel, placing it over your eyes, just doing whatever it is you need to do here to prep for your final rest. If you tend to feel tension in your low back, you might take a block, place it under each knee. And then see if you can give into the feeling of gravity on your mat a little bit more. Releasing into Shavasana. Begin to breathe a little bit deeper. You might start to move, start to shift, just coming back to your body. Reach your arms long overhead and lengthen the legs, full body stretch. And hug your knees into your chest. And find your way to a tall, comfortable seat. Either keeping your eyes closed or maybe just a soft gaze towards the floor. Bringing your hands up to the center of your chest. And just noticing now how you feel in this quiet place. One last moment to turn your focus inwards and noticing what comes up physically or mentally. Just allowing your yoga practice to be a place where you can notice yourself, build a deeper connection with your body and mind, and use that to inform whatever else that you do in your life. Lift your thumbs up to the center of your forehead, and we'll bow to each other. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.